about Disney stuff, okay? So I thought we would start off with what I bought on my last Disney trip, which was just a couple weeks ago. Birthday's on the 14th, so we went down. The real reason we went was May the 4th. And that was kind of a last minute decision. My husband is a Star Wars person, and I would say recently, like when we started dating, I started watching the movies and I fell in love. And so I am now also a Star Wars person. Specifically, I love Ahsoka. Ahsoka is my queen. So we went for May the 4th and I surprised my husband and we built lightsabers. So, ta-da! Here she is. She was built in Savi's workshop. So she's one of the custom lightsabers. She's perfect. I chose the... Which did I choose? Myself. Hold please. Let me Google. Savi's workshop. Options. Oh, okay, yeah. I remember. Okay, so choose like different paths, and I chose the protection and defense path. My husband and I went pretty nerdy, and we got on ChatGPT. Love it or hate it, we got on ChatGPT, and we asked his little tail. We asked it based on we used, I think, my Enneagram. I'm an Enneagram 9. I'm an INFJ, Myers-Briggs. I'm a nurse. Do not get Pluto. That is not yours. That is mine. Okay. And I'm an eldest child. And so we put all of that into ChatGPT and it spat out, oh my gosh, what are you doing? And it spat out all of this information about myself, which I was hesitant about, but also learned quickly that it was pretty darn accurate. And it recommended, do not touch the lightsaber. That is far too expensive. That is not a toy. That is not a chew toy. So this is her. She is I love the mixed metals on there. Pick each piece, and then you get to pick your kyber crystal. And kyber crystal is green. Exhibit A. This experience was so cool. I cannot even tell you. I have done the Harry Potter wand, picking out your wand and stuff like that, but this was so different. This was weirdly spiritual, and I hesitate to say that because people are gonna be like, what? But if you know me, you know that I'm a crier. And so I did in fact cry in Savi's workshop, and they did in fact see me cry, which was slightly embarrassing. It was a great time. My husband and I both loved it. It was expensive. It was expensive for sure, but I would do it again. I would do it again. I loved it so much. I love my lightsaber so much. Ahsoka, when she was a Padawan, had a green lightsaber. Then, one more thing about Savi's workshop before we move into Ahsoka. Hold Ahsoka. This is the little pin that you get when you pick your path. All of the pins are different, and so you get to wear that as you go into the workshop to build your lightsaber. So I thought that was super cool. I do love pins, and I did buy a couple of pins and trade for a couple of pins on this trip, so we'll talk about those in a second. But my lightsaber. Yoda had a green lightsaber, obviously. Qui-Gon Jinn. Luke Skywalker, and my girl Ahsoka. All green. Initially green. Then Ahsoka, on those terms, no. Okay, you can sit there. Then she got a white lightsaber. And so naturally I had to get a white little keychain lightsaber. Because I did do an Ahsoka bound for May the 4th. He has separation anxiety, so he's just gonna be right here. I'll put a little photo of that here, which was so fun. But yeah, I did buy the keychain Ahsoka lightsaber for no reason other than to commemorate that I dressed like Ahsoka and that I couldn't get a white kyber crystal. So green had to do, but we also, don't you worry, we got white. Additionally, you couldn't go to Disney on May 3rd as of late and not do an Ewok blind box. So my husband and I did a blind box and I got this little guy. He is so cute. Look at his little stormtrooper helmet. His pink nose. I just want to boop. He's so cute. So I got this one. This was my first choice. And my husband got his first choice, his first blind box. Baby's first blind box. He got a little Wicket. So he got his first choice. And I really think my husband is an Ewok. I think that fits him, his personality pretty well. But anyway, he loves the forest. He loves Wicket. And that's what he got. His lightsaber, I don't have it. It is blue. He chose the Peace and Justice, which really fits him. He works with the sheriff's office. So he's a big Peace and Justice kind of guy. I went to Pandora because I was like, oh, I need a charm. I have a little bracelet. But the girl in there was so cute. She was so cool. And she had this charm necklace on that had all of these medallions on it. But I wanted one that had something to do with Star Wars. So I got this one. And I don't know if you can see, but it's got like a little sun and moon kind of charm there. And then I got this charm, which was, you split it and it's got a little sun and moon. So that was actually one charm that she took apart and put onto two of these. And then I immediately went and bought two medallions because I wanted to be just like her. So I bought two medallions, but got this at Pandora. I love her. She's like a little chunky, but I think she's going to be really fun to just kind of accessorize. So that was my May 4th purchase. And actually my husband got it for me because it's my birthday. So yeah, I love it. I love it so much. Loving the mixed metals because obviously I mix metals on my lightsaber and on my necklace. Who are we? We're mixed metals girly, I guess. So anyway, love that. Then we can go, let's go t-shirts. It's like a vintage looking Epcot design, which I think is so fun. It's got like the two little stars over here, which I love. But yeah, I love that. I love that it says Epcot Center. I think that's so fun and nostalgic. So super cute, super fun, just like an old school. I love old school Epcot. People have feelings about it, but I love it because that's the Epcot that like I grew up with, you know? So then this shirt was like a bit of a, okay, something you should know about me is my favorite color is black. My wardrobe is usually black. Most of what I own is black. And lately, I've been trying to add more color into my life because you know what? Color is fun. And I got really freaked out when people were like getting their colors done and they were like learning like what season they were and blah, blah, blah. And I just decided to not overthink it. And I've been really liking this like purpley color and yellow. So I saw this shirt and I had to have it. Also, I don't think I have a shirt that has all of like these like classic princesses on it. Actually, I don't think I have a shirt that has princesses on it, period. I think it's so cute. I love that it has Mulan on it and Rapunzel. And my girl Snow. Snow is my favorite, and I loved the color, and I thought it was really fun, and I thought it would be really cute with my yellow ears, which I also purchased after looking at them in every single store in Walt Disney World. I finally caved and purchased them. So I love them. I think they're really fun. Most of my ears are like black with like the polka dotted bow, or I have the black leather ones. I have a lot of ears. I don't really have any like solid color like this. I do have the Arendelle Aqua ears, but I just thought these were so fun. And I love yellow. So we got that. So cute. My husband actually bought some Disney merch, which he's bought a couple things. He's a big jacket guy. I went to Hollywood Studios and it was weirdly cold. Like it was chilly. And if he's cold, he's from the Pacific Northwest. So if he's cold, it's probably pretty chilly. But he saw this and like immediately wanted it. And I loved it too. I think it's so cute. We love the Mickey peace sign. It's a hoodie, you know, which is cool. And I look forward to stealing this on my next Disney trip. So, peace. And then I think the last thing, other than some pins that I traded for, thing is a little silly. No, it's not silly. I love it, so I'm not going to say it's silly. So last trip, I got like a little Smisky, the little green guys, you know, the little green bald ones. You know the ones. I'll have a picture here just in case you don't know what I'm talking about. But I love Smiskies. I love anything that's weird, that glows in the dark, that I can just stick somewhere and that'll bring me a little bit of joy. So I got the ones that are like cheering you on, like doing normal things. So I have one in my car. So when I go to work, I'm like, Smisky says you can do it. I have one in my kitchen that's doing yoga. He's doing like a little triangle pose. I got a little Smisky zipper pull, like to put on your zipper that you can, you know, but I put it on my purse so that I could see him and he would bring me joy. But I saw this guy and I was like, this is me. Oh, he's a snoozy little Smisky. Look at his little belly. Yeah, I bought him at Mitsukoshi in the Japan pavilion, and I love him so much. We almost came home with the Smisky nightlight that you like tap to turn on and whatever. That's probably going to come home with me next trip it's probably going to come home with me. My husband was like, oh my gosh. The girl in the Japan pavilion that sold me this little guy, as well as a couple of blind boxes, she was like, she's like, these are popular in Japan, but like people here love these guys. And I was like, we do. We love them. I think they're just perfect. So I love him. He's so cute. Smisky love. Okay. I think that's it. I'm going to show you the pins I traded for and then we'll wrap this thing up. So okay, the thing with pin trading is that I love it. However, right now there aren't any mystery boxes that I like. Like there's one mystery box that is like the Disney mini mix-its, and there's a Pluto I think he's wearing like a Haunted Mansion candelabra or something, like the two candles, you know, the creature that sits with the two candles, just like this. See how accurate this is? But the candelabra guy is sitting on Pluto's head, and he's so cute. There's also There's also Pascal wearing a Tangled lantern on his head. Those are the only two pins out of that whole mystery pack that I wanted. That's the only two. Do you know how many of those that I've opened and have yet to get one? I've yet to get one. And that's the thing. I got all of them except for those two. And then I was like, well, do I just keep them all? I don't want them. So I didn't. I traded them. And I traded for a couple of really just kind of random pins, but they brought me joy. So that's what I got. The first one I traded for at Flower and Garden Festival, which I think might be my favorite festival. I think it might be my favorite. But it's this little Snow White girly in a sunflower, and I think she's perfect and beautiful. I do have a bone to pick with whoever created their eyes, because that is just like not cool. It's just not cool the way they did their eyeballs. Because I have Tiana like this too, and they all look cross-eyed. So rude, first of all. And second of all, I just feel like we could have done better. You know, we could have done more, but there she is. I still love her. Snow White is my favorite princess. I have a Snow White pin collection that I'm working on. So, Snow. And you can't get Snow without a little Dopey. I don't know what animation this is. I think it's the Disney Cuties animation. I'm not sure. But I am obsessed with him. He is you. Shh. I'm talking about Dopey. This is serious business. Dopey. Yes, I'm talking about you. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I will now be on a hunt for any kind of animation that looks like this because I think it is so cute and he's so perfect. Love him. Okay. Then I have Anna, Elsa, and Olaf now in these little Skyliner guys. These are so cute. I don't know. Can you see that? Does this work? I don't even know. Okay. This is what the girls do. I don't know if this does anything, but there you go. It's Olaf and a Skyliner. Two of my favorite things. Frozen and a Skyliner. And I have the 3 others, and I don't know if there's a Kristoff. I don't know if there's a Sven. I would die if there was a Bruni because I'm a Bruni lover. But I did get the little Olaf, and I was excited. So I now have Anna, Elsa, and Olaf. And then this one I really just got for fun because I love Tinkerbell. I love Peter Pan. I feel like I'm a lot like Tink. I'm a little sassy, and I just love this pin. It just says admit one. It's a real Disney one. Anyway, add a little Tink. I think I'm going to start a Peter Pan collection too. The only collections that I have like that I always look for these pins. It's Frozen, Snow White, Pluto, because clearly I love Pluto. And I think I want to start a Tinkerbell. So that's all I got this last trip, which we did forget. I'm going to cover my dog's ears. We did forget to get him a stuffy this time. We always get him a stuffy, and he loves his Disney stuffies. He has a Sully that he sleeps with at night and a Sven that he really loves. When I go back in June, I'm going to pick that up to make him a happy boy. So, sorry, Arrow. I'm sorry. Are you mad at me? So my family forgot to get me a stuffy, and I'm not pleased. That's how he talks, if you didn't know. That is his voice. So, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out with us. And I'll see you in the next video.